yela le kriyan re ka se cancel e tswela pele mara lo thoma o ikriya o ya ka di qualification a le sa togola o lekana a hona hore motho a be le matric a fiwe tšhelete ya o tshwana le wa sena matric re tlo dia ntho re bitsang gore ke graduate grant ge o ka tsena sekolo ba se o fe mmereko wa demonstrator gore ke gale o maketa re tlo tshwanela ko ro patele gore o tswa sekolong. There is what we call graduate grant that is going to be given to the youth of South Africa.
Hello, Mzansi. It's a gossip girl. Thibaut Touch went to podcast and chill, so they were speaking about elections and how all these political parties are now, promising us to increase this grants, I liked what he had to say. And I'm also of the notion that, South Africans, we are really spoiled and lazy, to be quite honest. We demand free things. We do not want to put in the work. And, now for me personally, I believe that social grants, they promote laziness. You can come for me all you want, but, it promotes laziness. So I loved the way that Thibaut Touch explained it. He's just sharing the same sentiments as what Malema said at the Peter Mokaba Stadium.
It's not a transaction, guys, to have kids. Lentole yokuthi SASSA pays you this amount for one child, this amount for two, and there's a grant for matriculants who get one distinction, you get 10,000 rands. Julius said something along those lines.
Towards your education or something like that.
Towards your education.
Yeah.
Why can't we compete in greatness?
Not reward you for having children.
Yeah, not reward you for years.
Yeah. Why are we going to reward you? Thank you. We rewarding you for dropping babies? Let's reward this. Let's reward people who dropping A's, B's, or C. If there can be a grant for every matriculant who passes matric, just to pass matric, guys, it's not easy these days.
I was very skeptical when coming to voting for the EFF, especially for the national region. And then when I heard Mbuyiseni ndlozi explaining the open borders, he explains it very well, he explains it very, very, very well into details. He talks about how South Africa, we need to trade with other countries such as Lesotho, Botswana in terms of water, electricity, and other resources that we lack, But he did not emphasize Zimbabwe. The only countries that he mentioned that I can recall on top of my head is Botswana and Lesotho. I don't know about Mozambique, but just, take a moment and listen to this so that tomorrow when you go and vote, you make a conscious decision and you understand this concept of open borders. Like he explains it thorough into details, Yeah. Bye, Mzansi.
When the EFF talks about regional integration, they bastardize it like, open border, that when we take over, you're going to open the border immediately. No, you wouldn't. Even in our manifesto, that we deliberately use the word gradual, because that has to be in conversation with citizens of other countries. It has to be in conversation with these common programs of economic stability. But already, we depend so much on the region for our water. Here in Johannesburg, the water comes from Lesotho. We have a big electricity problem. The Mozambicans have electricity. They've got gas, they can give us electricity. There's so much that can happen. And if we do not start in the interest of stabilizing the continent, we'll always have people coming to knock at the door. We'll never have peace. The United States ignoring of the Hispanic world, of Mexico, for an example. They've got the largest, most powerful border control in the world. It hasn't saved them from that particular immigration problem. Had the United States conceptualized its economic strategy the way it did with its relationship with Canada, had it not been racist in relation to the Mexicans, there would be stability, there would be the same type of regional integration that you see in Europe, that you see in North America, in relation to them, for an example, in Canada. So if the developmental trajectory is not in the interest of regional stability, we're just living on a ticking time bomb. We've got to develop, because our economic success in the immediate depends those factories producing products, not for ourselves. We're just 60 million as a small market. We can go into the continent, sell our products. There's still markets that will be open to South Africa, the Arab market, the Russian markets, as well as some of the East Asian markets. They'll still be, willing to take products from South Africa.
Ballot paper number 1, who voted like EFF. Ballot paper number 2, who voted like EFF. Ballot paper number 3, who voted like EFF.